to play, as well as their experience and expertise in these situations, and it's about to kick off. Let's see who takes this one home.
Thank you so much, Lauren. We will get all of your expertise and opinions once we are done with this series. Could be a 2-0, could be a 2-1, regardless of the matter. Only one team will find themselves continuing on this day to try to compete for a spot in that top 8 situation that is going to continue on through the rest of the weekend. One of these two North America powerhouses will end up going home. Summit Hardpoint for Team Mayhem was a map mode combination that actually played against Inko of all teams earlier, Gil. They lost it, 219 to 250.
This is supposed to be a show, and a show it is, as this NA region has to eliminate itself. At least one of those teams will go home early on day number 1 as we begin this kill action. We don't have to wait for it. Immediately getting everybody running all over the place. We are gonna get to see Jesus with R9 finding a double kill, immediately taking the triple now onto Rehan and standing the control over on point number 1. Goes back up onto point number 2. Shoots at a wall. Does not matter too much. He knows that there may be someone behind him. Goes for that kill. Takes it like it's nothing. Just makes it look easy. Jesus in here with a force spree will go for the 5th one. Unluckily enough for him at a distance. There was space ready to take that kill. Estog also putting in a lot of work. And here we take a look onto Rehan.
7 kills for Jesus, 7 kills for S-Thug. Could just be the usual suspects you have to be looking out for. Space, though, able to find himself, too. S-Thug solo cleaning up house soon afterwards. And now you have 35 seconds you can soak up if you are Tribegming here on P2 before you really have to take a focus over towards P3. But I like this call coming through from Tribe, just conceding a decent amount of space, making sure that they have P3 spawns intact, knowing damn well, Gil, that that's the first money hill in the rotation.
Yeah, it's important. It's important for you to get there safe and sound. I already see Rivalo trying to secure that area. They got knocked out of that hill, and it seems like they're going to be just willing to give it up. Unfortunately enough, Solo spawning all the way across. It's not great. It doesn't matter too much. His allies are still remaining alive where they have to. And as such, the spawns will continue to be in favor of Tribegming. They gave up quite a few seconds over there onto P2, but now on point number 3 is going to be the deal that they need to go after as they take down those operators.
S-Thug with the Sparrow, Solo with the Equalizer. Prematurely popped. I mean, look, Team Mayhem were at least coming right out from P1, but yeah, no, it absolutely is worth, because I mean, it's space that you have to respect if you are Team Mayhem before you could just start willy-nilly working your way inside of the ski lift here for P3. And by the time that you finally amount your attack through the point, the bait and switch is at the 30-second mark here for P3. Rap, though, able to slide his way on in, finds himself 3. Jesus is able to at least clean up more. Rap finds 4. That is the 5th player taken down. S-Thug calling in the Predator missile. Might not amount much to anything whatsoever. These teams just feel so equally matched as you have Tribe with those close spawns in the back still.
Gotta love to see it. Gotta love to see it, man. Maybe they didn't take as many points as they would have liked, but that play from Rav just chef's kiss. Was a masterpiece to watch. And now it is going to be Mayhem, the one who rotates first over onto point number 4. But let's see for how long they can actually hold into their advantage, as Jesus is now the one with the Sparrow ends up killing himself on accident. That's so unfortunate, but not the end of the road, because they got the Annihilator by Kings and the Equalizer by Raph. Kings also down. Rehan finds a double. Raph finds the dust, and that is going to be the clean push towards the side from Tribe as they get inside a triple, a quadra kill with that war machine in favor of Tribe.
I mean, you needed that. If you are a Tribe, you already work your way back in, shut down a handful of operators for Team Mayhem, and Space is picking things right back up with a 2-piece of his own. Now Tribe, about to be over 100 points. They put in the hard work to be able to break inside of what was a absolutely stellar setup for Team Mayhem. They had operators to keep them at bay, Gil, but it didn't amount to anything whatsoever, also clearing away at the back. What a fantastic P3 and P4 rotation coming through from Tribe. They're going to have themselves about a 40-plus point lead going into the second set.
Amazing way of playing there for the side of Tribe. Space just making it rain with the DRH. That's right, yet another weapon joining the fun there, with the Blood Rose going to make an appearance here tonight. We're back onto the P1 reset here. Rehan tries to get inside, receiving a lot of damage, and at a distance gets knocked by none other than Kings, then Cartels, double kill, and that is cleaning the area up for Mayhem. They gotta be cautious. There's gonna be at least 2 players joining the point at the same time. They take them down like it's nothing. Mayhem now overcoming the trouble from the past are only 20 seconds behind the opponents. Plenty of time in this kill, and the control still seemingly going in favor of in favor of Mayhem. Gets broken yet again in the hands of a shotgun, man.
Yep, Solo putting in the work, finds himself 3 around P1, and albeit Mayhem were at least able to answer back with a decent amount of time off of P1, it's still Tribe with that leader's advantage, breaking back in, trying to keep things scrappy, and they still have a handful of resources that they can tap into. Space still has a Predator missile, S-Thug still has his operator should they want to use it, and now Solo is currently working on a spree of his own, up to 17 total eliminations. Tribegming looking pretty damn good as far as the summit is concerned. Smoke will blossom out around bottom P2, trying to find themselves a little bit of an advantage, but Rihan kind of dip dive, ducking and dodging around the corner, has some assistance, at least looking for more. It's Cartels to take him down, or Rihan, or Raballo, excuse me, right there to answer back in kind. Wonderfully done for Tribegming for a multitude of reasons, Gil. There's 35 seconds remaining on P2, but look at the side of the map that Tribe currently possess.
Look at those numbers. They are still in favor of Tribe. Another War Machine in the hands of Raballo finishes off that kill onto S-Thug at a distance. Let's see how much more they can do with it. Team Mayhem trying to get inside on P2, not being possible so far. Cartels with the double will finally make it happen, but there's only 10 seconds left. Has to find a triple and does it like it's nothing. Quadra now in favor of Cartels, goes for the penta, but Space finally gonna slow things down. He's like, you gotta take a break, my man. Problem is that Mayhem got there first this time around. It was Tribe on the first rotation. Triple now from S-Thug. Sparrow, but gets taken. Oh, still alive. Quadra now for Jesus with that Sparrow taking much value off of it. So far this game, operators are just being key part of both teams.
Predator missile being called in for Solo is only able to find at least one. That's not going to be enough to break up the monotony for the spawns. You saw one player that was lurking around the back. It was S-Thug, and Blur is actually going to call out the War Machine himself. That is a great call off of Jesus being able to find 4 there with the Sparrow. Blur's there with the War Machine, keeping them at bay. 30 seconds in towards the bank of Team Mayhem. Bringing this lead just down to about 10, and it's going to get shaved off completely, you would feel. The spawns have flipped, and you feel like at an inopportune moment if you are Tribe, but you have to try to get reinforcements in here. Kings is just dancing with the devil. Cartels there for the switch as well. It's just 12 seconds you're able to get for Tribe. That means the Team Mayhem, again, have the spawns in the setup for new. They just can't allow to get broken up as easily as they did in the first set.
Okay, great job down there by both sides. Pam gonna be used by, not too sure if that was the hands of Mayhem, but we'll witness how they move forward. Once again, both Annihilator and Equalizer are used at the same time, but Raph immediately gets knocked out by S-Dog, and now it is Tribe, the one with those 2 on top of the claw that was taken out for a ride by the hands of Space. Jesus cannot do anything about that. Solo with the double, now triple, now quadra kill in his hands. Ravallo gonna help him out. The use of the Hunter Killer drone at a distance, and Solo just ramming over the opponents, just crushing their dreams. Will allow his allies to continue to have things under their control. Finally, we're gonna see the breakthrough coming down from the hands of Mayhem, but the advantage is always there in favor of Tribe. Mayhem, has to find something to be done in here, or else they could find themselves in trouble, but they close it down.
It's actually a really big break coming through there for the last 20 seconds here of the second set of hard points, and it'll actually allow Team Mayhem what feels like forever in this map number 1 to be able to flip the lead ever so slightly. It'll be about a dead even game going in towards the third and final set here on Summit in between these 2 NA powerhouses again. Loser of this series ends up going home. This map 1 might just set the precedent for how this rest of the series will end up panning on out. A lot of operators invested there as far as P4 is concerned. 3 to be exact for Tribe. 2, I believe maybe 3 for Team Mayhem. So going inside of P1, it's realistically the shotgun that Solo just keeps getting away with highway robbery, but it's shut down almost immediately. Wrath there with the Hunter Killer drone, able to at least find one. It is a swarm around P1, and Team Mayhem find themselves over the double century mark.
Oh my goodness, Mayhem with things under control, but not that much, if I'm being honest. 30 seconds left inside of this skill, and Mayhem are making it happen. We're gonna see the push here from Rihan. Now with the Fennec, has to be cautious. There's plenty of enemies all over the place. Get taken down. That's a double. Once again for Raph. The shotguns all over the place. The players are trying their hardest. Mayhem getting dangerously close to victory. Tribe has to do something here. 21 points is what's standing in between victory for the side of Mayhem. Once again, a few extra seconds before we move on to P2.
5 seconds and P2 will pop. 16 seconds is all Team Mayhem need to be able to put this game one to rest. It feels like that they have become the Hamburglers of map number 1. Tribe have been leading for so long. Operators in the back pocket for Kings. A Sparrow being popped for Jesus as well. S-Thug also pulling out a Sparrow, but it's Jesus who gets the better of Raballo. The kills might swing in any which direction. It's a pinstripe kill feed, but numbers are subsiding around P2. 243 to 202. S-Thug is able to find 2 solo calls in the Predator missile. Can it find any value? It might not have to. Because against S-Thug and Raballo are able to find 2, but Raph and Jesus work their way inside the hill for yet another break. 247, 248. The Annihilator pulled out for Kings and it kept Tribe at bay. Team Mayhem get the job done. They take map number 1. Definitely nothing to bat an eye.